So before I get into this video, I just wanted to quickly mention that it's not some fancy, crazy-ass B-roll type video. It's just basically like you and me sitting down talking. I wanted to cover something that I think is very insightful and could be very helpful to the right person. And it's just definitely not worth the whole, it's just too much to just go into an edit. I want to just get this out there. I have other things I need to be, should be doing, want to be doing. I hope you guys like it. If you don't, let me know, so I won't do it again. But yeah, cheers. Yeah, last night I made about a $290 mistake based off of emotions. You know, nobody's perfect. I got a little worried. I wasn't really sure what to do here in New York. Nobody knows what's going to happen, don't know about work. You know, it's just kind of a threatening thing. Now there's a small chance that I'll go through with it, but I'm pretty sure that it was a bad idea. And this is kind of where I'm thinking, and this is what I think is the most helpful insight from it, and why I'm thinking eating the ticket and just kind of staying here in New York versus staying on Cape Cod with a family. So the first thing that I was thinking, and why I'm realizing that maybe it was a bad idea, is if everything's far more valuable right now, in my opinion, every dollar, every minute, everything is really important. We're constantly making decisions, and some of those decisions are just wasted because we don't know what to do. We're playing video games, we're looking for escape. That's why you see people outside being irresponsible, and it's because we're not really sure what to do. But one of the things that is important to consider, which is one of the things that I learned over the course of this week, is that our time is valuable still. We may not be making money, but our time is still really important. And if I weigh my time out on Cape Cod versus my time here, and what I can do here versus what I can do on Cape Cod, you know, Cape Cod it's not offering me all that much value in return. Now, yes, it's a great place to vacation and everything, and if I wanted to go there for fun, or if I needed to go there, that's another thing. However, I have a bunch of tools and a lot of resources here of potential income, potential work, potential growth, much more comfort, no stress. I don't have to it's just everything that I need is kind of here. So when I look at my time, that was the first decision. Where is my time most valuable? So I chose here. The next thing here is in stuff with that, how it goes. And this is really interesting because this is where the minimalism lesson comes in, is when I last night packed really quick, because I mean, when you live a minimalist lifestyle, you can pack really easy. So I had a duffel bag. I was planning on a month or so, and I was like, okay, what do I need? And I was like, one pair of pants, this sweater maybe, a polo, a t-shirt or two, and then underwear and socks. And that was it. That's all I was gonna bring. And then all the camera stuff. And it was funny because I was like, okay, what if I had to, like, these are the important things forever. What are the most important? And it wasn't like before when I look at things of like, oh, what do I want to take on this long vacation or my getaway? I pretended I would never see all the rest of the stuff ever again. And I can only bring what I can carry. I quickly saw all the books that I had on the shelf and the weird things I wasn't using, furniture or something. I'm just like, wow, what an idiot. Why did I even focus on having that? Why am I holding onto the shirt? Why is that book there? Why have I not sold that? It's super weird, but you quickly realize that I was like, why am I holding onto this weird camera? I have an extra camera it's in a box ready to sell, but I just had been too lazy. So it was really interesting to get that slap in the face of the things that I own and using kind of a more emotionally devastating time or moment for that clarity of what's really important, not just what's important, minimalism. It's like, no, shut the fuck up. Like, what's really important? What are you going to take with you? Everything else gets gone. It's gone. It's going to burn. It's going to blow up. What do you want to keep with you? And it quickly answers so many questions with all of your stuff. You have no idea. If you look at it, go through your closet, go through your house and say, what do I have to, I'm going to leave everything in one bag. What do I really need to take with me? And it's very eye-opening. I think that if you take one thing from the video, it's this practice, and you're going to be really amazed how little you need, but also how many things that you really, really do love. There's actually a joy in this. It's not all negative. Like, you find you're like, no, actually I really love these headphones. Like, and this camera is awesome. I want to carry with that, and I want to carry this sweater. And that would be ideal. So after this, I'm going through, I'm like, well, once everything starts going back to normal and, eBay and selling everything and stuff like that, I'm going to be buying different things. So I'm going to be purchasing things from eBay. I'm going to be selling things because I'm imagining my house with just these items, just this list here of the things I really, really love, like a lot that I don't want to get rid of, and just get rid of everything else. Super awesome. I'd be really excited for that. Be super minimal and freaking great. And yeah, my other notes here were to talk about what I just mentioned, which was the unimportant stuff, how stupid, it's the right choices, the bookshelves. And then, yeah, one of my notes was like, oh, all this stuff is good, maybe I can put it in a storage. And that was this weird moment where I was like, so I want to pay to keep the things that are less than? And that was really weird because I'm thinking the value is kind of becoming a stressor. Like, why should I have to pay to keep things? I would rather get paid to not have them. So then another thought that I considered, which was like storage. And I was like, oh, that's really weird. I've never thought about storage. I mean, I don't think I know anybody that actually uses storage more than a temporary one, like if they're moving or something. But I've heard about people who actually have things in storage for a long period of time. They pay money because they're too attached to sell it off. And that was really weird feeling to me, to think about some of my stuff, thinking about paying to hold on to it, but like indefinitely, not just a temporary thing. And that was really scary. Felt so stressful to think, I can't hold on to this stuff. So basically what that felt like was a debt. It was like I couldn't afford it, so to speak, but I had it. My life couldn't afford it. My situation can't afford it. So it was just costing me life points to think about, oh, it's in storage. So yeah, so I quickly, again, culled down the list of smaller and smaller of the things that I wanted to keep, because there's no way I'm ever going to do a storage thing that's longer than a temporary, like month at the most or something. So yeah, that was an interesting thing. Maybe that will also help you. And then I also saw some other things, like that camera example. Like, why didn't I take care of this? And why didn't I take care of that? I saw some things that I was just like, wow, I've just been lazy. And it is kind of, again, it made me mad at myself that I was so unproductive a lot of times. And if I was unproductive and doing something measurable, like I watched 10 movies, and I had that as a list of like what to do. I wanted to watch every Star Wars. Great, cool. Gonna do that and do it. But there's nothing. There's just this haze of time that passed. And a lot of things were really easy to do, or things I really do want to do, like read some book or something. So it was really strange to think about that. So I think that in this whole process of exploring my thinking with why am I doing this, all that business, I came across an interesting thing, the next level, I would say, of minimalism for me. I feel like this really kind of just polished off my regular things minimalism and brought it to the next point, which was minimizing the things that I do in life. So, which is minimizing things that I am in life. Okay, now this sounds it's kind of hard to explain for me. Maybe it's simple to understand, but basically I have a lot of hobbies and interests and ways I can make money. But over the time, you stop doing it. I don't do construction more. I don't do electric work. I don't do, stereo stuff. I don't do these things anymore because they're just not in line with things that are most important. I've minimized these things. However, I keep trying to do a lot of things right now. And then I think about basically what I pictured taking photography, putting it on a table, taking graphics, putting it on the table, taking videos like this, putting on the table, putting masculinity, personal growth, all the things, style, and I put them all out. Just all the things I was interested in that I tried to promote and I teach and all that. And I'm like, what are the most valuable things of valuable trade and skill set that I think is most desired right now that I want to keep pushing forward with? And it turned out that I didn't need a lot of these. And it's really interesting, and I'm not sure which ones of these are, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be really focusing much more on what I think is the most valuable parts of me, which is my general post-production pipeline and skills with media and cameras and advertising and stuff like that. And this channel will just be my hobby. And I've said that, I've tried to do that before, but it's addictive. But I do think that it's important to consider that this is getting in the way of a lot of things in my life. It's sad to think about that, but I really want to teach style, and I want to help people and answer the questions that I get asked the most. But I think for now, I am going to be focusing on my other channel because I don't want to cross them up. You don't follow this channel to hear about camera reviews and stuff like that. Also, I don't think that I also don't think that necessarily people want more camera reviews. I just think that it's a skill set that I need to invest in a little bit more and polish up and bring back up to the level as this one, because I need to be able to define the difference between this channel and personal growth and teaching and helping and all the skills that I have, that I've had for a long time, that I'm the best at. I feel like I'm far better at that stuff than I am this. I know a lot of you don't see that in me and you don't know that work, but that's the thing that I get paid for. That's the stuff I'm requested for most. Everything online is in a different way, and until I can figure out a business model for this, I think it's got to go on the back burner, because I do have a business model for everything else at the moment. So I wanted to mention this because I think it's helpful that you can also look at your life and minimize the things that you do and your life and find out what is the most valuable, and then kind of go harder in that, because I'm in a mental state of survival. It's not really like that. I just think that the way things will be, after talking to some people who own their own business and stuff like that, is things won't get crappy. The economy is not going to be crappy. It's just going to get spread out. So if you worked 10 jobs, that 10 jobs isn't going to get paid less. It's not going to be crappier jobs or anything. It's going to be 5 jobs. And I think everything is just going to be spread out, but at the same volume, same intensity, whatever. So I think within that, there's going to be a little bit more competition, just because it'll just be slower. So why I'm making this video is to help you, if you're in the same boat as me, to look at your life and look at the way you're approaching what am I supposed to do? That question, what do I do right now? Because we all want to do something. That's something my mom was saying to me when we were talking about canceling the ticket. I was like, well, you just wanted something to do. It was like really profound to hear that. I was like, yeah, I just wanted to do something. I want to fix this. And we don't know what to do. So I think the most important thing to do is know what to do. And the way you know what to do is find out what's important, which is kind of what I was talking about with the minimalism thing and my stuff. And then also do that with the parts of your life and parts of you. Be like, okay, well, here's it all. If these are real items, you know, like I said, pick the most important. What are you taking with you? You could only carry so much. And then really totally weigh them out and be like, no, this is actually more important. You know, like, these are not easy choices. It's really exhausting to make so many choices. I'm always making choices, but that's kind of where we're at. We're just really kind of lost and we want to do something. So you figure this out, you figure out your stuff, you figure out your things, and then you double down on those things and you make a business plan. You go, okay, now I have this stuff. What can I do? So for me, say my other channel, it just makes more sense in a business plan. I can do affiliate, I can do sponsorship. I can try to get new gear that I love. I can try to sell gear a little bit faster. I can become more of an authority and people can see the things. I can get work from this. I can get brand deals. All of these things start to make sense. I have a couple other things I want to do more, but that's just an example. Now my situation might change completely. I might get a great idea to go forward with this channel and abandon that idea. I'm not sure. I'm mapping it out. But I want to share my thinking because it's all about figuring out what's important and then what to do. So I hope that helps you guys. I know this is kind of not a B-roll and fancy YouTube videos. Like, yeah, I don't really care. I have this message that's really important that is a little harder to sum up. It's not going to be a best 5 things, you know? But I think it's true, and I think it's along the lines of where people's heads are at. And that's why I wanted to make this. I hope you guys tolerated it. It's just a talking head. Yeah, and I hope I made the right decision by backing out of this. And it was an expensive little decision or mistake to turn down this ticket, or to eat the ticket. But I mean, I think in the end it was just a slap in the face, and it was it could be really helpful. A lot of times things suck, and it's that difficult stuff that makes you better. I mean, you don't, like when I was skateboarding, you don't get better at doing a trick down 5 steps by doing it off of 1 step. You have to keep trying it off the 5 steps. And that's kind of where I'm thinking. I'm like, I'm pushing it. I'm pushing myself and my brain really hard in my life. And I'm trying to do the things and I'm failing. This is me. This is what it looks like when I'm failing. And it's frustrating. I have no control. I'm just trying to gain some grip, some sort. And this is how I think about it. And this is how I do it. And this is how I always see myself come up on top. It's because first of all, I don't give up. And I don't think you should too. This is what it looks like. And it's not harder work. It's just figuring out what you need to do. One of the biggest problems is what to do. We need that confidence. And that's how to do it. You test and you go, oh, what did I do wrong? Or what didn't help? Where do I want this to go? Oh, and that's actually another thing, to continue on with this video. One of the things that helped me figure out what I need to do and why I'm pushing maybe a little more towards the graphics and stuff is because I'm picturing myself, where do I want to end up? If I say make no money whatsoever for 4 months, where do I want to end up in 4 months? First of all, my personal health. Okay, I want to be really freaking ripped. I want to be getting closer towards a relationship. I want to have my life in my social world elevated. So I want more people. What do I have to do? Oh, I have to maybe be a little bit more interesting, like in real life. Maybe I need to read a little bit more relatable things, not just weird stuff on expressions and After Effects. So I want to have that, and then that's just a good example. Then I think about financial goals. I want to still be making close to the same amount of money, if not more. I want to be able to have certain lined up financial situations, and I want to get smarter with certain things. So I have these goals. I'm thinking they're irrelevant to share, but I'm picturing, where do I want to end up? I have 4 months of doing nothing, no income. Where do I want to be? Now, you should ask yourself that. Try it. 2-3 months. Where do you want to be? In ideal, if you could just do whatever you wanted and just it happened, you didn't have to do any extra effort. Well, that's a good indication of what you're supposed to do. If you're interested in how we do that and how I do it, like, it changes for each thing in different days and different moments. But again, I'm in a weird mood, but I hope you like this video. I think if you're anything like me, you're on the same vibe and you're just feeling this, and it's very helpful because for me, I can't stop being serious. I want to keep joking around and having fun, but in my brain, I'm friggin' screaming. So this has helped me calm down a lot. Just realizing, okay, what am I supposed to do? And then I can relax and just start working at it and making a plan. And as soon as I have a plan written out, like I have my options of what to do, then I can just start chipping away. And then I'm making progress. Then I feel good. I'm feeling happy because I'm working and I'm getting paid in success and progression towards where I want to be. So anyways, I know this is a really long video and whatever. How long has it been? Not sure. Don't care. I hope you guys like it and have a good weekend. I'm going to just upload it as is. Yeah, and if you guys have any questions, let me know. Till next time. Over.